Hello everyone and welcome to Community Distance Reiki. I'm your host, Danielle Stimpson. I'm the owner of Learn Reiki Philadelphia and I'm so happy to have y'all here with me today. If you're new here, go ahead and click that live chat button. Feel free to introduce yourself and set any request for your personal healing. We're going to get things started off by building a beautiful crystal grid exactly to all of your requests. If you'd like to learn more about me, my live online Reiki certification classes, if you'd like to schedule a one-on-one distance healing or tarot reading, or if you would like to shop my Reiki charged crystals, head on over to learnreikiphiladelphia.com. It's linked in the description along with all my social media and my email newsletter. So let's go ahead, dive on in and start building that beautiful crystal grid. And yes, there's a Gertie cat in the background, so I'm sure you can all hear her singing. Are you singing? You want to come up? You want to come up and be on my lap? Yeah. You're so social. You're so social. Who's that? Who's that baby? Who's that baby? Yeah, that's Gertie. That's a Gertie baby. Yeah. You can sit on my lap if you want. That's a good girl. That's a good girl. Awesome. So let's see who we have here. Lila Ray, Ninja4858, John Jesper, welcome in. Jennifer Vatsa, good to see you. Angela Madrid, welcome in. Flower. Oh, awesome. I'm so glad, Flower. You got your crystals today and they're lovely. I'm so glad to hear that. Thank you so much for your support. Lots of love to you and your whole family. And Joanna Sparkles, good to see you. Quantum jumping into your new reality this 2024, please. Absolutely. We got that. And we've also got Rachel B. Welcome in. Delia Escalante. And awesome. It's so good to see you all. So I did have a couple of requests come in, and so I started us off with 2 crystals already. The first is pink tourmaline. This is really helpful for any kind of gynecologic issue, as well as headaches and especially migraines, as well as nerve pain. It's wonderful too for breaking down a really negative self-image so that you can start to rebuild your self-image in a more positive way. It's also got lots of benefits for mom and baby bonding. And we've also got some moss agate. This is highly regarded in Chinese medicine. It helps to curtail anything that, as they would say, has wind, meaning it's spreading through the body really quickly. So that's viruses, bacterial, everything, anything that's not supposed to be there, but is spreading quickly. So it's good for anyone who's like sick. It's also really helpful for psychological work. If you're doing any higher self or inner child work, this can be really helpful. It's also superb for connecting to spirit and feeling connected to unconditional love. So that's moss agate. We also have here a copper spiral. Copper helps to break up energy blockages, get the optimal flow of energy going. And this mirror here helps to reflect and deflect any negative energy. So let's go ahead and dive right in. I've got the kitten is here and purring. Yes, you know it's Reiki time, don't you? Yes, you do. Hey, Jenny, I hope you're doing well. Yeah, it's a big new moon. Oh, Boston, cool. Awesome. These are great intentions. Oh, and hello from London. Awesome. Let's see, it's like 9 o'clock where you are, roughly. Yeah. Awesome. So let's dive in. We've got Jennifer Vatsa intentions, energy balance, personal growth, manifesting big picture goals, and love. You got it. So let's do manifestation quartz. Business growth, we will do some cinnabar. Love, there's so many good choices for that. And energy balance. Let's do tree agate for energy balance. There we go. So we'll bring in some tree agate for energy balance. Yeah, let's start there. Mobility and fear for flower. Polychrome jasper. Releasing fear, we'll do some black onyx. Okay, cool. And quantum jumping into your new reality this 2024. The manifestation quartz will definitely help that. We'll also grab some Herkimer diamond. So let's start there, and I'll get to everyone's request that I possibly can. I think I'll get to everyone's request today. I almost always do. So let's dive in. First, for anyone manifesting or looking to set intentions for this year, this is a manifestation quartz. Sometimes manifestation quartz have an actual other crystal within the point. Other times it's more like sometimes this is called like a phantom. It's got like an image of itself in there. Consider this almost like the candle on the birthday cake. Put the things that you're manifesting into this crystal. Just kind of imagine them being fused with this crystal and going up to the universe as I plant it in our grid. And thank you, Jennifer Vatsa, for providing us with that beautiful manifestation quartz. Another one that's helpful for manifesting, and in particular, like long-term kind of, and like big plans. Another one that's great is Herkimer diamond, which is actually a type of clear quartz. This helps with everything that you're calling on the universe for. It helps you to connect to the divine and to spirit, as well as to like share your requests. It's also superb for feeling that intuition, feeling receptive to guidance and advice of the universe, almost like the intuition that tells you how to make those things happen. It's wonderful for being in the present moment, which I always feel is a really grounding place to manifest from. Like awareness of and appreciation for what you have in the present moment really is a great catalyst. Helpful too for balancing discordant energies, for helping metabolism. And just lots of intuition. So a great one to boost your manifestations. So that's Herkimer diamond. Yeah, so let's start there. For help with the business, my favorite stone for helping a business grow is, well, one of them is cinnabar. Cinnabar is just the red pieces we see here. Cinnabar is actually mercury. Yeah, it's super toxic, so be very careful with it. Humans have used mercury for thousands of years, and for a lot of that time, in a lot of different cultures, this was seen as more or less like a merchant stone. It's thought to help attract people to a business. So it's a lovely stone to work with. If you do purchase it on the market today, you may see a specimen like this. Sometimes this is sold as cinnabar and sometimes as cinnabrite. And it's mostly quartz, but just those little red dots are mercury. It makes it a lot easier to work with because there's less toxins there. But it's also, the quartz tends to boost the energy of the stone that's with it. So it's like a very powerful, but yet very minimal amount of toxins. So all the best in business. I'll put my intention in there too. For balanced energy, my favorite is tree agate. This is one that is, and it's a little bright in here for us. Let's bring this down just a bit. Yeah, maybe that's helpful. Yeah, there you go. Less glare. So tree agate is actually sacred in Ayurveda, the sister science of yoga. And you may be familiar with the chakras, or at least the terms. Those are the main, like, big spiritual energy centers in the body. But the system, of course, is way bigger than that. This is a stone that's thought to help balance every aspect of the energy system on the physical, mental, spiritual levels. No matter what the imbalance is, what the cause of it is, or what's needed to bring it back into balance, this is a stone that's thought to help that come about. It's also wonderful for dissolving the ego, for promoting inner peace, helpful for noticing, healing, and moving on from negative habits and patterns. So those of you who are putting the intentions out there to say quit smoking or break a habit this year, this can be a helpful stone. Wonderful too for making new connections, always a good thing. And also great for calming the emotional and physical nerves. So that is tree agate. And for releasing fear, we have black onyx. Black onyx is wonderful for letting go of fear as well as anxiety, and it helps with relieving self-doubt. It brings in a lot of self-esteem. It's also one that can be very, very helpful in times of grief, as well as providing energetic protection and safety. Wonderful for ancestor connection too. So we will bring this in. It's a beautiful stone. All the different types of onyx bring in all different qualities. And this particular one, the black one, tends to bring a lot more of the, like, all of them really support grief. This one is superb for grief. So let's bring that in. Okay. Just trying to make sure the grid builds evenly. Oop. Okay. And for movement, we've got polychrome jasper. This is a really helpful stone for feeling motivated, feeling like you want to move forward, gives a little bit of self-confidence, and it really helps with like reigniting your passions for things that are important, especially for your soul's purpose, but just things that are important to you in life. It definitely gives a big push to helping you feel excited about movement. If you've been kind of sedentary and you're trying to get back into walking around, doing your, routine, this can be really helpful. It's also thought helpful for the joints. So that is polychrome jasper. We'll put that here and here for now. Awesome. And all right, cool. We're working through. So thank you so much, Jennifer and Flower. Hey, Patty. Good to see you. Chris. Okay, good stuff. I hope Eva's doing better. Keep me posted. Okay, good stuff. You're welcome, Joanna. So good to see you here. All the best to you this year. Let's see. Next we have Angela Madrid, intention, abundance, love, energy, money, personal growth, and fulfillment. I really love that. Let's do personal growth and fulfillment. I love, for personal growth, one of my favorites is Septarian lately. Septarian is helpful for muscle pain and spasms as well as skin wounds, but on the emotional level, this is very supportive of the solar plexus chakra. That's the center of your personal identity, your will, your motivations and drives, and what you want in life. It also is a stone that can really help us to go deep and kind of get out of our own way. If there's a habit or a belief or a tendency that we have that's getting in our way, this is a stone that will support us while we do the unearthing of those issues, and even support us in being vulnerable to do that, which can really help with personal growth. So it makes reflection easier and a bit more comfortable. It's also just really helpful for, in general, I often refer to this as the emotional maturity stone. And it definitely helps with a lot of self-reflection and growth. Abundance of love, energy, money. Okay, so citrine, love. There's so many good love stones. Let's do ruby and carnelian. Money is citrine. And energy. Energy and focus really are supplied in abundance from bumblebee jasper. This does have high amounts of sulfur as well as arsenic, so do be careful with this stone. It helps with, like I said, mental focus, but also a boost of physical energy. This is one that helps you to say, like, I can't wait to get this done. I can't wait to just jump in and get through it. It's a very like, let's get to work kind of stone. And it's infectious. So you can be working alone or with a group, and this will lend a hand to the whole situation. Wonderful for confidence, positivity, and balancing yin and yang in the body, as well as decision making. So bumblebee jasper there. For manifesting financial abundance, money abundance, we've got here citrine. Natural citrine is superb for calling in financial abundance and making good financial decisions. Also wonderful for nausea, fibromyalgia, balancing our intuition with our logic to really unlock the greatest powers of both when we balance them. So also helpful for addictions and compulsions. So this is another one that can be helpful for folks that are quitting like smoking or anything else like that. There we go. So that is citrine. And for love, I have two stones here. The first is ruby. This is great for love as well as fertility, but it also helps with the courage to be yourself, as well as bolstering any kind of leadership qualities and management skills. It's wonderful too for fibromyalgia and helping to release fear. So this will also support flower. Wonderful too for financial stability, making good decisions overall, not just in finances, but certainly there too. And helpful too for stopping nightmares if that's something you struggle with. So that's ruby. And another stone for love, as well as relationships in general, is going to be carnelian. This is related to everything having to do with the sacral chakra, the center of relationships, sexuality, and like how we relate to the world and society more broadly. Helps too with attracting a romantic partner, particularly like a soulmate type match. And wonderful for cold, allergies, healing wounds, and yeah, wonderful for sexual function, all of that stuff too. So that is carnelian. And there we go. And then I think the Herkimer and the manifestation quartz will help with fulfillment too. So thank you for being here. Feel free to come back anytime. By the way, everyone, I'm here 5 times a week, same days, same times every week. So feel free to subscribe, hit the like button while you're doing it. You can also look in the description and see my regular days and times, all of which are East Coast US or EST. So yeah, join us anytime. I usually have this stream up early, so you can drop by if you're not going to be there quite on time for the stream. You can drop by early and like leave the request in there for yourself too. But thank you for being here. Let's see. John Jesper, all the way in London, intention for creativity, abundance, and love, particularly with the new moon energy. There's a great stone for the new moon energy and love. So let's bring it in. Let's bring in some moonstone. If you're doing any kind of new moon, full moon, movements of the moon kind of magic, moonstone will absolutely help empower that. It's also superb for calling in a soulmate type relationship. It can be very much, I also think of this stone as like very connected with the high priestess and the tarot. This is connection to ancient spirituality, ancient healing techniques, well woman and wise woman traditions, very protective of travelers and of women, wonderful for acceptance of and trust in things like divine timing, and helpful too for intuition. So we will bring in moonstone. Moonstone can look so many different ways. There's rainbow moonstone, which in the jewelry industry, that's actually called white labradorite because that's technically what it is. Labradorite and moonstone are very closely related. So it's moonstone can be so many different colors. And these lovely, like, to me, these pieces look like the moon, and they're also flat enough where we can layer intentions. So there we go. Wonderful. And creativity. Let's do Creativity, actually, carnelian does help with creativity quite a bit because that's housed in the sacral chakra as well. One of my favorite stones for creativity is azurite, and you can totally see where it got its name. Helpful for insight, intuition, and definitely creativity. Helps to awaken the spiritual self and also helps to calm and quiet your mind while you're doing yoga, meditation, energy work. It helps spinal alignment and muscle spasms as well as tics, and helps with gaining spiritual wisdom, connecting with your guides, and dissolving blockages internally with our energy and obstacles in our path. So that is azurite. So all the best there. And for even more financial abundance, and just abundance in general, let's bring in some pyrite. This is fool's gold, but it's often found near real gold. So we often look at it as like, ooh, it's helping call in that real stuff. It helps with protection as well as intuition. So especially if you're new to working with your intuition, this is a beautiful stone because it provides that opening yet that filter. Wonderful for calling on the financial abundance as well as supporting the lungs, helping your body to cope with the need to raise a fever, and for the memory, as well as just helping your body make the most of a Reiki session. So that is pyrite. There we go. So all the best to you, John. So glad you are here. Renee. No, we did not blow away nor float away, but the river is river's pretty swollen. It's not as swollen as it has been. Our expressway, our Cross City Expressway is not a moat, so that's great. Very grateful for that. Yeah, we actually got like the tail end of what we thought we were going to get. So we were very lucky in Philly. Lots of love to those out there who were not as lucky. Delia, I will absolutely support that too. And oh, it's okay, Chris. There's no such thing as being late to the live stream, unless you're me. I'm the only one that can be late. You all can roll in whenever you feel like it. Okay, good stuff. Okay, so let's see where I left off. So Ninja 4858, you'd like to set an intention for clarity in all things, not being afraid of abundance, love and knowing and owning all my gifts, and to grow beyond your fears. Oh, I love that. I really, really love that. There's definitely at least one of these stones that comes out really, really strong. Celestite. And let's see. Clarity, relief of fear. Okay. Let's see. Some smoky quartz. Let's start there. I think I have some stones that'll help. The first one is Crazy Lace Agate. Crazy Lace Agate helps with courage and confidence, and it also supports the skin, eyes, and speech. Spiritually, it's very protective, but it's one of breaking down phobias and bringing in a sense of balance. It helps with the heart and solar plexus, as well as phobias and things like that. Wonderful for physical energy and connection to the energy of the past. But this is one that can definitely help you grow your courage as you like slowly and comfortably, while kind of supporting the heart center and who you truly are. So that is Crazy Lace Agate. The next is Dragon's Blood. And this will also be helpful for, just want to look up your name again. Hey, Alana, welcome in. Delia, this will be helpful too for some of what you requested. So this is, as I said, Dragon's Blood, sometimes called Dragon Stone. It's Pymonite and Epidote together. And it helps with things like grief and loss, allowing you to process those kinds of emotions without getting stuck in self-pity in an unhelpful way. Wonderful too for learning from your mistakes and having the courage to grow and change, while also having a lot of patience with yourself in that process. I don't see where that can be bad for anyone who's manifesting changes in themselves over the full year. This is a very helpful stone for any kind of like growing and changing. Also helps with supporting the thyroid, the immune system, and the nervous system. And it's wonderful for optimism, happiness, and wisdom. So that is Dragon's Blood. So that's one that helps you to like grow and change and like not beat yourself up along the way. Smoky quartz too can be really helpful when it comes to protection and transmuting old energy. It's great for calming worry and for breaking down energy blockages. It's also great for helping us to have a more flexible mind and maybe see things in a different perspective, which can help us to like more easily move forward. Wonderful too for chronic pain, hope in the face of uncertainty as well. But this has actually been used to even prevent theft. This is like as far back as the Middle Ages, this was thought protective of property. So it's very protective, very supportive, and definitely helps with like letting go of worry and fear-based kind of energy. And another one to help let go of fear is definitely black onyx, which is right there. And we're going to bring in 2 celestite. You had asked for some clarity, and that's my favorite like clarity stone. Actually, I'm going to bring in 2. Celestite helps definitely with clarity as well as connection to your angels. And this is discernment. It's like especially if you're trying to figure out what your intuitive messages are in the face of like, well, am I seeing it that way because of fear? Am I seeing it that way because it really is a warning? That kind of stuff. Celestite's super helpful. So this helps connect with higher wisdom and your angels. If it is not quite yet celestite, like celestite actually forms from angelite, so it's very angelic. It also helps with all matter of physical pain because it kind of changes our experience of pain because it focuses on the upper chakras so much. But yeah, this is everything in like, what are you feeling and where is it coming from and why do you feel that? Is it intuition? Is it fear? Is it logic? All of those things. I'm also going to bring in blue kyanite. This can help with understanding our spiritual guidance, our intuition. I think this is just going to be helpful for everyone. So yeah, understanding those messages much more clearly, as well as helping you to lovingly accept yourself exactly as you are. Helpful too for certain types of neurological care, particularly things that affect speech and mobility. Making healthy changes in your life and prioritizing any healthy changes, as well as harmonizing like spite, pettiness, and those kind of immature trigger related types of responses to things. So helping let go of those. So that is blue kyanite. So all the best to you. So glad you are here. There we go. And I hope you have a great new year coming up. Lila Ray, joy, abundance, continued healing for the kiddo. Let's bring in some Epidote. This helps with recovering from illness and injury. It's thought to support the brain in things like Parkinson's, and it's wonderful for dealing with the nervous system or the skin. It's also really helpful when it comes to our negative self-talk. If you talk down to yourself, if you are your own harshest critic, this helps you to kind of tamp that down a little bit. I had a lot of healing in that way, like right after everything locked down for COVID. I worked with this stone for that. It was very helpful. So that is Epidote. And Joy, let's do Fuchsite. Fuchsite is helpful for fun, self-care, and allowing yourself to just recalibrate by allowing yourself to experience pure joy without feeling like, guilty that all the dishes aren't done or that you have some chores left to do. It allows you to really recenter, refocus, and recharge. Helps too with carpal tunnel pain as well as spinal alignment and sleep disturbances, but in general, just the very necessary self-care that we all need to have. So let's do this here and here, here, here. Awesome. So that is Fuchsite. And we've got lots of abundant stones in there. And thank you so much for being here, Lila Ray. Positive experiences and happiness. Intentions of realizing self-worth. Daring to dream, Sunstone of entering, good call. Connection to your body, intuition, and connection to others. Better empathy and communication. It's not a lot. That's totally fine. Let's see. Self-worth and daring to dream. Let's bring in some picture jasper. This definitely helps with envisioning the future in a really positive way. Brainstorming new adventures or new ventures. Helps you to see a big level potential future. Wonderful too for releasing hidden fears and for supporting like a big changes in environment, whether it's travel or moving abroad or into a different culture or where a different language is spoken. It helps to kind of prepare you for that journey. And it's also great for quitting smoking. So we'll bring that in first. And I am going to help you with bringing in some sunstone for sure. And aventurine. Oops, sorry about that. Sunstone and aventurine, they have a very beautiful connection to one another. So aventurine is a very heart-centered stone that encourages you to see yourself as, to see your true self without kind of a, if you tend towards low self-esteem, this helps you see your truest potential, like your real potential. Very heart-centered, encouraging, and if you feel like you often struggle with like, I could never do that. I could never do that. This is a stone that is very encouraging the heart to say, well, let's give it a try. Let's do it. Maybe you can. It's wonderful too for eye problems, allergies, heart rhythms, and anything that you are struggling with learning. It's my favorite stone to recommend to folks who are tech phobic. Like, oh, I can't learn that. That's too hard. This is a stone that says, well, let's dive in and try it. And maybe we'll be better at it than we think. And next is sunstone. This helps to greatly expand our vision of our own potential and our future. And it's also helpful for being recognized. It's very motivating. It gives lots of confidence. And this is one that actually brings in a lot of career like potential and upward movement. It helps with those opportunities for career. It helps you to be recognized and seen, like standing out above the crowd, whether you're promoting yourself as like a business owner or if you're promoting yourself in the hiring process. this is a really helpful stone for both. It's also great for I think I already mentioned bringing in career opportunities, but also very protective against folks who would exploit you around financial matters. So that is Sunstone. Let's actually move these. Yeah, let's move these up here. There we go. And bring that in right next to pyrite. There we go. Intuition, connection with others. Yep. Carnelian helps with connection with others. Herkimer does too. Let's bring in honey calcite, which helps us to have some optimism even in like challenging times, but it also helps us to call in the best people that are a best match for us at this point in our life right here and now, whether it's neighbors, friends, colleagues, whomever. This really helps set that tone. So we will bring that in. That's honey calcite. Okay. Honey calcite. Better connection with your body. Smoky quartz can help with like those long-term good changes for health too. Better connection with our body. Let's also bring in blue apatite. Blue apatite helps our connection with food. I know it's hilarious. It's called apatite and it very much impacts our connection with food. This is whether you want to shift your diet for any reason or if you just want to have a healthier relationship with food and the role it plays in your life, which is a big portal to generally impacting benefits for your health and awareness of your body. So whether your goals are weight loss or completely different or even weight gain, this can be a really helpful stone. Wonderful too for learning about our soul's purpose and giving us lots of courage to go ahead and act upon those things. Helps with strengthening our energetic field, our aura, so that we're less likely to take on the energy of others, which may actually help you to be a little bit more connected in empathy, like not like, hey, I feel that and I don't want to take it on. This will help you to feel like you can get a little closer to it without it impacting you in a negative way. Helps too with inner peace and harmony. So that is blue apatite. So I hope that helps. And Gertie, you're tossing and turning on my lap there. Do. What's going on? How are you? How are you? How are you? How is you? How is you? There you are. Okay. And communication, which... is it ever a bad time to bring in a communication stone? We've got sodalite. This helps to truly express yourself, whether it's verbal or written or performed or painted or however you express yourself. Wonderful too for menopause symptoms, coming to terms with any factors that have to do with aging, and wonderful for grounding impulses and dealing with even homesickness. This is a superb stone if you struggle with things like Mercury retrograde, if you find those times particularly challenging, because it really does help support good communication. There we go. So that's sodalite. So all the best to you, Jenny. Lots of love. Thank you for being here. Hi, Mary. Welcome in. Awesome. Feel free to set any requests for your personal well-being. I'll go ahead and grab some crystals for you. We'll put them in the grid, and then we're going to get into the healing in a little bit. Let's see. Let's see. Oh, I'm glad to hear that Ava's eating, Chris. Good stuff. Archangel Raphael to help Ava's heart, lungs, and healing chakra balance. Yep, a great stone that's very connected with Archangel Raphael. Is malachite. This is one that can help us to heal really difficult emotions and process those things in a way that is meaningful, yet doesn't invite us to feeling stuck with those emotions or feeling like kind of like a pity party in an unhealthy way. Wonderful too for inflammation, better sleep, dealing with insomnia, helps for things like letting go of the past, as well as depression, anxiety, and this is as good a time as any to mention. I'm not the person who's going to sit here on YouTube and say, oh, throw out all your medications. You just need to believe you're better. Trust all the Reiki, trust all the crystals. Do all the Reiki and the crystals and all those things, and do all the other things too. They're not mutually exclusive. I absolutely use medication for depression, and I hang out with Reiki and crystals, and I meditate and all the things, because why not use everything at my disposal? So yeah, I'm here to support you in whatever way I can with all of these complementary methods, and it's up to you to decide what else is appropriate and important for your wellness. So with that, this is thought to help things like the liver and general body like detoxifying, like the normal processes that our body has to detoxify on its own. So that is malachite. Malachite's a great stone for emotional healing, no matter what's going on. So let's go ahead and bring that in. So that's malachite. I'm going to bring in a couple of Chris's requests, and then we'll continue folding some in. Let's bring in some garnet, snowflake, obsidian. We got moonstone. Yeah, let's definitely bring in some leopard skin and emerald. Okay. Leopard skin is excellent for helping our animal companions to heal and for connecting to our animal guides and guardians. Helps with anything impacting the skin, as well as coordination and balance. And this is yet another stone that can help call in a soulmate type relationship. So that is leopard skin jasper. Next we have snowflake obsidian. That's a wonderful stone for helping us to process guilt. Also really helpful for recognizing patterns and habits that are holding us back and helping to release them. Wonderful for body, mind, spirit balance, as well as calming overstimulation. Really helpful for serenity and peace, just inner peace, as well as cultivating hope after any kind of loss. And it's wonderful too for clairaudience. That's the intuitive guidance that we hear. So that is snowflake obsidian. Emerald is helpful for healing skin and tissue, and also for kind of reigniting our passions in life if we feel kind of stuck in a rut. Wonderful for bronchitis, the lungs, the upper respiratory system, the whole pulmonary system, as well as restoring confidence about our appearance, especially those things that are really difficult for us. Like everyone has their tender spots, things about our appearance that we're really sensitive about. This can help to develop confidence about those things instead. So that's emerald. And garnet helps with organization. It's another stone for creativity. And it also helps with practicality. So if you want to look at your processes, the things that you do, your tasks, and make them more efficient, garnet is perfect. Wonderful too for finding balance and strength in any time of change. It's also January's birthstone and can be quite the Capricorn feeling stone. We'll also bring in some iolite. which helps with clairvoyance. That's our spiritual guidance that we see, as well as helping fever, helping sleep, and for weight loss if you have that intention. So that is iolite. And then I'm going to get to as many of yours as I can. I have a Reiki class that I teach that starts at 6. So we have to be getting into the Reiki by at latest like a quarter after, which we will. Hey, Lisa. Angela, I'm glad you do. Okay, cool. Ah, gotcha. So Mary, you found me in a search based for Reiki in Philly. Gotcha. Yeah, I see clients 1 day a week still in Fairmount, and I do distance sessions too. And I do Reiki certification, but all online currently. I used to have a space in Old City until COVID happened, and I closed it then. So let's see. But there's tons of amazing Reiki teachers around. So if I'm the one, great. And if I'm not, we really do have some amazing teachers around. And crystal for guidance. Let's see. To find the best like teacher or like learning experience, usually definitely for like guidance and clarity is oftentimes celestite for me, which is already there. Prehnite can be helpful too. Prehnite helps with, it helps to facilitate a good environment for teaching and learning. So this could be a good one to support your intention. It's also great for like spiritual teaching and learning, whether you're learning yoga or meditation or Reiki or anything like that. This can be really helpful. Also helpful for kind of calming a wandering mind while you're getting energy work or while you're meditating. Helpful too for refusing unfair demands, and it's really a great stone for things like lucid dreaming, intuition, any kind of intuitive arts or practices. This really helps encourage and bolster, but especially things like lucid dreaming. So that's prehnite. But yeah, this is like a good spiritual teaching stone. This is one that I have all around in like big pieces behind me because I teach here, and I had huge pieces of it in my studio. So that helps with that, setting that environment for learning. And let's see, any other good ones for clarity? Another one that can help clarity is actually sapphire. This is a very intuitive stone, and it's very angelic. It helps us to connect with our angels. It helps us with channeling and mediumship and can be a very high-level intuitive stone. It's wonderful for bringing about speedy justice, and it's thought helpful and supportive for the thyroid, eyes, and ears. It's also thought helpful for folks with dementia and those who care for and about them. But in general, it helps us with envisioning positive potential outcomes for things. So that's sapphire. So I hope that helps. And you can also put that intention. We have right here a manifestation quartz. Think of it like a candle on a birthday cake. Just go ahead and put the intention out there and the universe will hear it. Sorry about that, just coughing. So welcome in, Mary. So glad you're here. Oh, awesome. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Green onyx fitting stone for Dell too, please. Yeah. Green onyx, I think, is another good one for, it's a great one for grief, but also sadness and loneliness. We'll also put the intention that this helps support Sue and Greg as they grieve the loss of Dexter. So this also helps with making decisions in alignment with our highest good. So this will help with picking a teacher, as well as emotional shutdown and moving forward despite any emotional pain. So that is green onyx. Yay. Bring that in. I love green onyx. Green onyx sometimes looks almost like a little bit more of a pistachio color too. So just to let you know, if you're out shopping for it, it can look considerably different. It can almost be more beige than green at sometimes. It's still green onyx. And so Alana, you're looking for help with healing shame and ancestral trauma. Got it. Black onyx is helpful for ancestral trauma, as is Kambaba stones. We'll bring that in. And a good one for shame is peridot. Guilt, anger, jealousy, shame, all those kinds of really difficult emotions. This is a stone that can help us to really process and relieve that. Also really helpful for bolstering the really good friendships in our lives and for helping us break bad habits and kind of limiting cycles, the things we keep doing that get in our way. Wonderful too for any kind of digestive upset, whether it's chronic or acute, especially things like IBS, Crohn's, things like that. So that is peridot. There we go. And Kambaba stone. So Kambaba stone, here I'll actually show you a raw piece. It's often called Kambaba jasper. It's not technically a jasper because it's actually fossilized blue-green algae. This is an incredible stone to connect to the earth as well as doing any kind of healing work around the environment. This can be a really powerful stone. It also helps with the growth of plants and crops, definitely boosts the ancestor connection, whether you're connecting with them and healing for things like trauma in the past or any kind of connection to your ancestral origins, so that place in the earth where your ancestors may come from as well. Helps to find courage and confidence, and it can aid in learning, especially languages. But yeah, wonderful for connection with your ancestors as well as their ancestral lands, their ancestral stories. So we will bring this in. I'm just going to bring in this little guy here, and maybe one big guy here, and one big guy here. I even have a big piece of Kambaba jasper, Kambaba stone, right near all of my indoor plants to help them. So there we go. I hope that helps. And like I said, also definitely black onyx. Lots of love to you. Okay. So we have for Delia, we did grief, so self-worth and love, joy, and personal growth. Yeah, definitely this one's a helpful one, the septarian, which I put in for someone else with the same kind of request. Let's also see self-worth, self-respect, self-love. Let's bring in Amazonite and yellow calcite. Yellow calcite helps us with confidence and also with seeing ourselves a little bit more clearly. This works with the solar plexus, the center of self, personal identity, prioritizing your wants, needs, and desires in life, and letting go of any feelings that you have to receive approval of others to move forward. Helps too with boundaries, both setting them and holding them. And I always find the holding them is the harder part, as well as just optimism in general. But it really helps boost your sense of self. So we'll go ahead and we'll bring one here. We'll bring one here. So that is yellow calcite. Also going to bring in Amazonite. This is another stone of self-care. It helps with self-respect and seeing that you deserve the same level and caliber of care and compassion that others would see from you. It's great for luck as well as just general calming. And it's exceptional for the spine and spinal nerves. So if you have any kind of back pain or nerve issues there, this can be a helpful stone. So this is Amazonite. Yeah, it's one that'll definitely remind you to take care of self, but also encourage you to say, I actually do deserve this, which can be a hard thing for a lot of us to say. So I hope that that helps you. I know definitely the fuchsite that's here will also help with self-care and growth. Awesome. Yeah, I think that'll do good. Thank you for being here, Delia. It's good to have you. Okay, let's get to some of Patty's requests. Okay. Oh, you're welcome, Mary. Yeah, you can, everybody, if you want to learn more about my live online Reiki certification classes, check out learnreikiphiladelphia.com. It's linked in the description, as are all of my social media. Oh, Lisa, it's good to see you. Your mom's infection is back again. Okay, well, I've got moss agate in there. Sister's sight, brother's lungs, and everyone's hearts. Okay. Gotcha. Let's bring in another lung stone. Let's bring in rhodonite. For sight, we have aventurinus here. Like I said, moss agate is in there for your mom's infection. We've got this for lungs. And heart, we've got aventurine too. Continued luck with that job problem. Balanced energy and lifestyle. Strength and wisdom for dealing with people who just keep being rude. Gotcha. Yellow calcite can help with like that boundary, as well as red jasper and aquamarine, which will also help heart stuff. And for luck with the job problem, we have garnet ruby. Garnet ruby, aventurine, and sunstone. That'll help for sure. Now, when it comes to dealing with people who are just like rude and boundary pushers and things like that, two helpful ones that I have here. One is aquamarine, which is so pretty. Aquamarine helps all the fluids in the body. It helps the heart with circulation, and it's also great for teeth and gums. We often call it the anti-Karen stone here. It helps with grounding really petty, immature, nonsense type behavior. It helps too with calling about may justice prevail, kind of sets an environment for that. So let's bring this in. Actually, I'm going to bring in as well labradorite. This is one we often call in for better sleep and for research and things like that, but labradorite's also helpful for calming disputes and creating harmony in a workplace. So this can be helpful. Wonderful for, like I said, research, study, and detailed attention to things. Like if you're doing needle in a haystack type work or looking for an error in a lot of information, super helpful. Helps with clairvoyance, which is our spiritual sight, and for enjoying travel. So if you're going to be traveling and you think, oh, this is going to be a weird weather day, or I expect some wackiness, go ahead and bring some labradorite with you. It'll help you enjoy it a little bit more. So there we go. That's labradorite. Red jasper is very empowering. It helps you fight for yourself, to stand up for yourself. It helps with injustice and bullying. It really helps you stand up and say, like, no. Very root chakra oriented, very grounding, brings in a lot of psychic and spiritual protection, and just feeling grounded in yourself, knowing who you are, that you feel connected to the earth, and you feel balanced enough to like stand there and just say no, in a sense. So it's also helpful for like long-term convalescence, or if you have a long healing or recovery or rehab time in front of you, this can help you to cope with the emotions of that. So that's red jasper. And last and certainly not least for lungs, we have rhodonite. Rhodonite is helpful for the lungs as well as allergies, anything autoimmune, and asthma, all of which are definitely me. Helps with overcoming a broken heart and opening your heart eventually to love again. It helps you to process those emotions and feel supported as you process those emotions. Wonderful too for dealing with insecurities and the pain of past emotional abuse. Helpful too for balancing yin and yang energies in the body. So we'll bring that in here. So again, that's rhodonite. And I hope that that helps. I think there's one more that Patty requested that we're going to bring into. This is a great anti-bully stone. In addition to red tiger or red jasper, this is red tiger eye. So this helps with like being very protective, particularly against really malevolent people, whether they're showing up mundane, like nasty, smear campaigns and triangulating and gaslighting and all that kind of nastiness, all the way up to like the spiritual side of that, like malevolent spiritual work and psychic attack. But it's also wonderful for calling on financial abundance in a hurry. So we will go ahead and bring it in for both, because why not? So that is red tiger eye. Awesome. So let's go ahead and bring this in. Okay, so we're going to have to transition to the Reiki soonish. So let me get as many requests as I can in. Thank you, Angela. I love the conversations y'all have in the chat. Seriously, it's the best part of leading this, is seeing you all connect. Okay. All right, so for Patty, we have red tiger eye, we have epidote, we have fuchsite, azurite, amazonite, aquamarine, peridot, and pyrite. So we have a lot of those. Let's also bring in sugilite, desert rose selenite, trying to pick them up. They're round. Here, this is why they're hard to pick up. Ta-da! Desert rose selenite is great for like big life changes that require a lot of diligent showing up repeatedly and consistently. It helps to support that. Wonderful too for redefining ourselves because of choice or because of circumstances, and wonderful too for relieving stomach upset and helping acne and eczema. It's thought helpful for fighting off viruses, and I don't know anyone that doesn't know someone who is, and helps with animal healing and wellness as well as men's health. This is also really helpful for finding a place to live and with the paperwork around, say, a home or real estate in general. So that is desert rose selenite. And these are just some of the stones that are available in my online shop. Next is sugilite, which I don't have in my online shop. This can be a really expensive stone. I'd have this little piece. This helps with unity consciousness, the awareness that we are all interconnected and that what we put out into the universe, we put back into ourselves. And what we take from the universe, we take from ourselves. Like it's very much a flow. So unity consciousness, enlightenment energy, very like crown chakra and soul star chakra type stone. So beautiful stone. If you are looking for sugilite, the only place I know that has it right now that I super recommend is Rainbows of Healing. They are one of my Reiki teachers. So they have a wonderful shop in PA and they do ship. And last I checked, they had some jewelry that was sugilite. And let's do some fire quartz and peacock ore. So peacock ore also goes by chalcopyrite. This helps with executive function. That's like high level planning, like seeing things from a really big picture and having everything flow in such a way. That can be really challenging for folks with anything from ADHD to, like me, CPTSD, as well as folks with brain injuries, things like that. So it's very supportive of that. It's also really helpful for like our individual, even if everyone has some certain level or hiccups in our executive function. So if you're chronically losing things or anything like that, this may help. It's also wonderful for rebirth energy. So bringing yourself anew and like redefining yourself, really supported by this beautiful stone, peacock ore or chalcopyrite. And thank you again, Chris, for that beautiful stone. And fire quartz, unfortunately this one got a little break in the move. Have lots of pieces of it though. It doesn't show all the red on the camera, but this is clear quartz. Usually that was near some source of iron and that stained it kind of red. And fire quartz is thought to like help empower you to move forward and feel that like spark of encouragement and desire to move forward through like almost like bringing a fiery energy through the root chakra and then out into the world. So this can really help empower you to move forward and feel like you're ready to like take things on. So I love that. And let's make sure we get a couple of requests from Chris too. Let's grab some. I definitely think lapis is a good match for today. Rutilated. We got Herkimer, sapphire, iolite, garnet, green aventurine, rhodochrosite. I'll grab. Okay, cool. So rutilated quartz, if you see these like little inclusions in there, it looks like little hairs in there, those are rutils. This helps to focus healing energy to the place in the body that needs it most. It also helps to boost our physical energy. So if you're feeling really run down or just getting over being sick, this can be really helpful. It's also wonderful for mental focus. So that is rutilated quartz. So let's put one here. One here. Rhodochrosite is helpful for mother-child bonding and healing any kind of maternal type wounds, like emotional wounds. And wonderful for heart and circulation, as well as things like telepathy and journeying. This is also another stone that can help with ancestor connection. So just putting that out there. Helps too with asthma and stress headache. So that is rhodochrosite. Yeah, it's great for connecting with deceased animal companions as well as our ancestors. And lapis can be really helpful in a career setting. So this will help Lisa and probably a few of us. So it helps with career opportunities, but also integrity. So honoring our commitments, having follow through, and in general, like responsibility in all the ways that are important. Helps open, honest communication, which supports Jen's request. And for vertigo and hearing loss too, like the inner ear. So that supports Lisa's request too. It also helps with disorganization as well as pain and inflammation. And so we will bring this in. Let's bring this in right behind Desert Rose Selenite. So I got as many as I could from everyone. And so let's go ahead and transition into the session. Hey Guy, welcome in. It's great to see you again. And I will definitely keep Eva in mind for the cardiologist appointment. Okay. Tomorrow's Thursday. I don't live stream on Thursday, but I'll definitely send some to Ava. And my next live streams will be Friday at both 4 p.m. and 8 p.m. Oh, thank you, Mary. Okay, good stuff. So for those of you who have been here before, you know how this goes. For those of you who are new, I'm going to explain what Reiki is, a little of how it works, and how to make the most of your session. And while I do that, the best way to help like shift the energy of the space that you're in upwards and help to open that up is to go ahead, take a deep breath in and out, and think of those things that you're grateful for. And when you're ready, go ahead and drop those things in the chat, whatever you're comfortable sharing with us about what you're grateful for. It is a quick and simple yet powerful way to boost the energy of anywhere. So feel free to use this technique anywhere and go ahead and use it in our chat. After I explain everything about Reiki, we're going to get right into the session. So thank you for being here. So as I mentioned at the top of the stream, my name's Danielle Stimpson. I'm the owner of Learn Reiki Philadelphia, and I'm so happy to have y'all here today. If you're new, definitely feel to like, subscribe, all of that good YouTuber stuff I always forget to mention. Deeply appreciate all of you being here. And if you want to learn more about me, my live online Reiki certification classes, if you want to schedule a one-on-one distance healing or tarot reading, or if you want to shop my Reiki charged crystals, head over to learnreikiphiladelphia.com. It's linked in the description along with all of my social media and my email newsletter. So, what is Reiki? Well, Reiki translates in Japanese to spiritually guided soul energy. And in the US, it's come to mean, or in the West in general, really, it's come to mean like energy healing very generally. Specifically, I work with what's known as Usui Reiki, and this method is named after its founder, Mikao Usui, who needed to create a system to share this technique and empower people to use it at a time when Japan was going through some really big challenges. Essentially, if Usui or anyone was caught teaching anything that could be misunderstood as religion, very big consequences indeed. So this is a deeply spiritual yet completely secular practice of connecting with this energy. And I think that's why we love it so much in the West. For the concept of energy at the foundation of this system, we're best to look at Shintoism, which is the indigenous spirituality of Japan, in which everyone and everything is thought to be interconnected, and spirit, however you define it, is supplying us with this beautiful soul energy that not only flows through all of us, but helps support our everyday healing and resilience, body, mind, and spirit. Even if we're not aware of it, our body, mind, and spirit are working with this energy all the time to bring us into our greatest balance. And essentially what I'll be doing today is connecting to this energy that's already a part of you and me and everyone and everything, and I'll be directing more of it to you, allowing your body, mind, and spirit to make best use of it and continue to do the best good for you. So during this session, you may feel some physical sensations, some emotions may rise up or get released. You may be able to get some mental clarity or think some things through that have been really challenging, or even hear your subconscious. Spiritually, you may get some insight or wisdom or clarity that's particularly meaningful to you. And you may have a really healing nap, which is also incredible. So with all that said, the best way to kind of embrace the Reiki and have a great session, well, the good news is you only need to be open to it to receive it. And by being here, you already are. So I generally encourage you to find a place where you're comfortable. Sitting up, laying down, it doesn't matter to me. Go ahead and close your eyes if you like and just sort of allow the music to take you away. You can also combine this time with something else you find meaningful, like journaling or playing music or doing some stretching or some yoga. Whatever feels right to you. There's no wrong way to enjoy your session. And know that you don't have to focus on anything. And you don't have to keep your mind silent or calm during the session. At any time, if you do want to go a little deeper into the session, or if you feel like you got distracted, just take a deep breath in and out. You'll slowly come back into the session and kind of deepen the session. I will continue sending this energy for 25 minutes, during which time I'll turn the lights down. You'll notice that they move slowly and gently from one color to the next. Please know at no point will they flash or strobe, and I'll turn the music up. If you'd like to hear our musical creator, she's linked at the bottom of the description. I'm really happy to support another content creator here on YouTube and a musician who's created this music. And by doing so, I'm able to use this music while streaming, so it's a beautiful thing. but you can definitely check out her YouTube channel or her website to enjoy her music any day, any way that you want. And at the end of the 25-minute session, you'll hear my voice. Come back in. I'll invite you to take a deep breath in and out and come back to your body. And at that time, I will invite you to share any insights or questions or anything that was meaningful. And from there, we'll go ahead on and call it a day. The other thing to know is that I'm here 5 times a week, same days, same times. They're listed in the description. And you can also connect with the energy from past replays. So if you ever feel like you need a little Reiki and I'm not here live, no worries. Go to the Past Healing live stream playlist and pick out any past stream, anyone at all. You can even skip ahead to the Reiki if you want to and just enjoy anytime you need a little Reiki, because Reiki is able to enjoy some latitude in the universe that's beyond our human limitations. I can only be in one place at one time, but Reiki is everywhere all the time. So anytime you need some healing, check out that playlist and it's there for you. And thank you so much for being here today. It truly is a joy and a pleasure to share this healing energy with all of you. Thank you so much. So let's go ahead in, say hi to folks, and get into that healing. Ooh, pretty. And I was just glimpsing at some of those beautiful things in the chat, and they're absolutely lovely. Let's see. Bring these in. Okay. It's a little bit more unified. Love it. Okay, cool. Trees, thank you. You're always welcome here. Sorry you're having a day. Grateful for taking the time yesterday to walk in the woods. I'm grateful you did that too. Thank you for being here. The things you put in the chat, if ever I'm having a rough day or a rough moment, all I need to do is open up YouTube and look at the gratitudes. I'm good. Thank you, everyone, seriously. Thank you. Aw, thank you all. Hey! Susu, we put in some love for you today, too. Oh, lots of love for Tink. Awesome. So let's get into the healing. Go ahead, get cozy. You can move around all you need. Get up, use the loo, come back. And if you need to or want to, just take a deep breath in and out. It'll bring you right back into the session, and it is all good. So thank you for being here and enjoy your session. I invite you now to take a deep breath in and out. Slowly come back to your body. Move your fingers and toes. And when you're ready, you can come back to the space that you're in. Thank you so much for being here. And if you have any questions or anything to share, please go ahead and drop those things in the chat. Thank you so much for being a part of today's healing. If it helped you at all, if you wouldn't mind hitting a like on the way out, I'd super appreciate it. And also we have the beautiful Hattie brought us some purrs. Thank you, Renee, and Flower, and Joanna, and Chris, and Delia. You're so welcome. You're always welcome here. I'm here 5 times a week, including every Wednesday at 4 p.m. East Coast, US. My next streams are Fridays, 4 and 8 p.m. Also Sundays at 8 p.m. Tuesdays at 8 p.m. And of course, Wednesdays at 4. Oh, I'm so glad, Sue. Oh, Jenny, I'm glad it was helpful. You're so welcome. Yeah, little Hattie. You brought some purrs. Did you bring your purrs? That was sweet. Thank you. She just knew when the Reiki was ending. I heard her get up and she jumped right in and came over with purrs. Oh, Lisa and Alana, I'm so glad. Yeah, you brought some purrs. Thank you for bringing your purrs. Yeah. Thank you everyone so much. Oh, awesome. Ninja4858, you're welcome. Alana, I'm so glad you think that. Me too. You got good kitties. We got good little fur babies. Yes, we do. So I'm going to go ahead and, yeah, they really are so intuitive. Yes, you are. Good job. Good job, Hattie. So I'm going to go ahead and end the stream here with an abundance of gratitude. So happy to have had you all this afternoon. I'm going to go get ready to lead my Wednesday evening Reiki 1 class. Today is the first day of their Reiki 1. So I'm going to dash over and launch that Zoom. And thank you again so much for being here. If you do ever think of questions outside of the stream, or if you wake up later and you have questions, you can always leave them in the comments or reach out to me through my website, learnreikiphiladelphia.com. So with that, thank you so much. I hope to see you all again soon. Take care and bye for now.